Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Getting into it, guys, it is the month of love, and how are you really? Hmm. Let me sip on some wine. I've reached rock bottom with certain things, and things that people will consider big failures in life. So I am not scared to fail. What's the worst that could happen? There's probably a lot that could happen. Like, I don't know what did I want to do with life? What do I want to do with my life? What are my ambitions and aspirations? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy 2023. Yeah, I know it is the 1st of February 2023 when I'm recording this, and it sounds crazy to say happy 2023, but I haven't actually had a sit down with my absolutely beautiful and lovely followers here on YouTube, subscribers, and I just wanted to say happy 2023, and I hope it's going to be a banger. I hope it's going to be one that is, much kinder to us, and a year for great things to come. Whatever that means for you, I just wish you all the best for 2023, and I hope that we're gonna be here together. We're gonna be traveling this journey together. I promise to bring you a lot of more intentional content this year. You guys have asked for it. You've asked for more conversations, and this is what we're doing, and I'm gonna be starting on that tip today with this video. My name is Karabo Pearl, okay? And I promise to give you some content that is good for your mind, good for your soul, and good to help you usher yourself into a beautiful future, all right? And stick around, and if you haven't checked out the previous videos that I've uploaded, please go and check them out. I'm new on this YouTube game, and I would really love for you to go and watch the videos, hit the likes, and comment if you really feel like you want to engage me on the topic that I discussed. Please do put in your comments. I promise to reply, right? And guys, this is for everybody. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. I really want to grow my channel this year, and your subscriptions, your engagement with the videos and the channel is really going to take me to the top. Okay, and that's where I'm going, right? That's where we are all going with all our different endeavors and plans and aspirations in 2023. But guys, it is Aquarian season. Aquarian season. I don't have the sound effects. Okay, I'm gonna cue in sound effects. Aquarius season. If you don't know, I mean, some of you guys that are watching, you do know me personally, and I am. I was gonna say something. Okay, it's my birthday season. It's Aquarius season, so it's my favorite time of the year. Outside of Christmas, outside of autumn, Aquarius season is absolutely my most favorite time of the year. My birthday is coming up in about 17 days, and I go crazy. I go crazy when it's my birthday, and I'm gonna discuss that further when we get into the video. But it's the month of love. February, as we know, is the month of love, and I really wanted my first video for the year to really hit the mark with the kind of content that I want to share. So guys, let me just give you a bit of insight, or let me draw you in terms of the direction that I want to take when it comes to this channel, Karabo Pearl. Okay, I started my first video that I uploaded on YouTube was a couple of years back. It was just one video, and that was me discussing a topic, intuition, right? And it was ideas and concepts that would come to me inspired, or I would be listening to, I was actually listening to India Arie talking about the importance of intuition, and I was reflecting on that. And usually when that happens, I would get a lot of ideas and thoughts on the matter, and I would want to share it. I usually did that on WhatsApp, on my status, and I would put that on Snapchat. But I figured, let's take it bigger. Let's take it there. Let's go big with it. And people did, ask me like, why don't you have a YouTube channel and actually talk about these things? So I've uploaded. After that, I came back last year. Late last year, I was inspired. Um, there was a lot happening in my life when that first video that I recorded, there was a lot happening in my life. I was very uninspired. I was feeling very low and actually very hopeless about life and what it is that I am actually doing on this planet. And I'm sure a lot of you guys would relate with that. And I am a creative at heart. And one of the things that, just came up was, no man, you've always wanted to do this. Have a sit down, have a video, start recording content. I am absolutely in love with content creation. I love creating videos, even on Instagram Reels. I'm that type of a person. Not everybody's like that. I'm definitely that type of a person. Even just socially, I'm usually the one with the camera trying to record everything and putting things together and trying to, not curate, but package moments into content and something that actually people would engage and enjoy and enjoy watching and something that you can actually just get back to in the future and reminisce about those special moments. So I don't know what you call that, but I have absolutely loved that, and I've done it even before. I don't know if it's before YouTube days, but YouTube, in a nutshell, YouTube just made sense. Like, there's a platform and just start uploading. And I don't have an actual camera. I'm using my phone. It's not even an iPhone, all right? And I wish you guys could see the background scene, but I'm not gonna even give you, because we're creating magic, and magic, we're not gonna be showing things that are happening in the background. So, but in a nutshell, guys, what I wanna do with the channel is share ideas, share thoughts about life, the human experience, about topics that affect us as people, and just topics that actually touch people and things that are going to help us. That's why I said in the intro, help you to usher you into a beautiful future. The idea of when we share ideas, when we have these conversations, they help uplift us from the inside and kind of give us some direction to a beautiful future that we all want to have, right? So I want to actually I want to poke your brains a little bit. I want to poke your souls, your hearts, so that we can actually reflect and actually connect with ourselves even more. That's really what I'm about in my life. And I felt like last year I started uploading vlogs, I started uploading all sorts of things, and I felt like I don't know what I'm really doing. And this year, the first video that I'm uploading is a sit down. Okay, I did upload a video vlog for a wedding vlog from a wedding from last year, because I felt like I had to do it, okay? And the content was already there, and I did say I enjoy content creation. But the first video for this year is a sit down one-on-one with me, and we're gonna go deep, and we're gonna be talking about self-love, okay? Very, very important topic, and I hope you do enjoy it. And let's getting into it, guys. It is the month of love, and like I said, we're getting into self-love. I mean, before we talk about love of others, love of things, love of whatever, we're starting with self-love. And I felt that it is fitting. It is the month of love, it is my birthday month, and it's the beginning of the year still, and I wanted to just have a conversation just reflecting on the topic of self-love. So I have a couple of questions that I'm going to answer. I got them off of Pinterest. They're just going to trigger I guess some reflections, me reflecting and going and having some insightful thoughts about self-love. Okay, yeah, before we start, I'm gonna light up a candle just that's just what I love to do when I'm having my own self-love moment. And I don't know about you, but the first time I heard about, ooh, I've got the candle burning. Guys, donate some candles to me, okay? If you meet me, if you happen to hang around me, work with me, you're my friend, do donate lots of candles. I do love candles. I do love amazing candles that smell good. I definitely have my glass of wine. These are some of my favorite things, so I wanted to create that as atmosphere for myself as I have this beautiful conversation with you. So I don't know about you guys, but like the first time I heard about self-love, I asked myself, what is self-love? What does that mean? Like you have to, is it like hug yourself? Like I gotta hug myself every day? Self-love. It sounds like such a wishy-washy thing at first, but it is an amazing concept, and I'm gonna explain to you what self-love is all about for those who don't know. I looked up the definition on Google, as much as I do know what self-love is, and because I've been practicing it for some time, and it's a common concept in my world, but I wanted a definition just so that you guys can be very clear what we're talking about. It's not just like, let me hug on myself, let me kiss myself, let me it can include that, nothing wrong with that. But self-love by definition is a state of appreciation for oneself which grows, okay? That appreciation, that state of appreciation, it grows from actions, okay? Very key. Actions that support your physical, your psychological, and your spiritual growth. Okay, how about that? We can dissect it. So it is a state, meaning you are in that state, you are in that situation, in that place where you have appreciation for self, and that state, it grows by actions that support your physical, your psychological, and your spiritual growth. So it's not just about like, oh, let me go get a bag, let me go just shopping for this and that, because like I want to feel good about myself. But it's more than that. It can include that, but it's more than that, because ultimately you want to be in a state where your sense of appreciation for yourself, it grows, and you have to be intentional about it. You have to actually act on it. It's not something that's just there, right? It's not just something that will automatically grow, that appreciation. And I'm sure you guys would relate to this, that we go through a lot in life, with all the evolution and growth and transitioning from being children, teenagers to adulthood. So much happens. We come into this world knowing nothing. Some of us are absolutely loved by our parents, our first caregivers, our families, and some people actually don't even start life like that. They start life, through very traumatic ways, and they don't grow up actually having that sense of self-appreciation. And even if you did start with it, sometimes we lose it along the way because of the difficulties and the challenges that we face in life and the different traumas that we experience in life. But I love the definition, the part where it says it's actions actually, that we have to act on it if we want to grow, physically, our physical selves, our appreciation for our physical being, our psychological being, and our spiritual being. If we want all of that to evolve and grow, we have to definitely act on it. And I'm going to get into it, like what are the ways that you can actually activate that? What actions, what things can you do to increase that sense of appreciation? So before we even get to the whole what can we do to actually increase self-love, why is it important? What's this big deal about self-love, self-care Sundays, all of that? Is it just, gimmicks or things that we try to, occupy our times with, or maybe we just self-indulging, narcissistic individuals. What is it really about? Why is it important that you enhance some self-love? Well, self-love is important, I believe. Guys, these are my thoughts and my ideas, right? Self-love is important because it is empowering. When you have a good sense of self, when you have a positive sense of self, it is empowering and it leads to a life that is, you know, happy, happier and filled with joy and filled with confidence, and you are able to actually navigate through your world in a more empowered manner with more direction. It just helps you to win in life. It's like depositing some fuel in yourself so that you can actually go out there and run your life um, in the way that you would like to. When we are depleted from the inside, I believe that it's very difficult to go out there and actually conquer. And we are living in, and I'm sure you guys can feel me when I say this, we are living in some of the most difficult times of in my history. I'm 37 years of age, and I feel like honestly, these are the most difficult times that we've ever experienced as a people. COVID, a pandemic, and the ripple effects of that we're still experiencing today. And just, I think, society as a whole, just the state of our society, it's very difficult. And if you're going to go out there in the world and you're not sure of yourself, you don't have an appreciation of yourself, you don't have a good sense of value, why you're valuable, you're going to get into the world and you're going to really struggle. And ultimately, we all want to win. So, what can you do besides lighting up a candle, running a bubble bath, sipping on your favorite vino? Mm, let me sip on that. What can you do? I'm going to give you some of the things that I do for self love. And everything I'm going to say, it's really it's based on me and the things that I love, the things, my personality, and the things that make me happy, the things that actually enhance all of that. But also, I'm going to share some things that I've tried and tested and Google authorized. Okay, they tried and tested that actually things that can help you with self love. And guys, please, there's so many things that you can do. This is not um, set in stone. You can figure out from your life and from your character and your personality what you would actually like to do. But the bottom line is actions that are actually going to help you to grow, your physical being, your spiritual being, and your psychological being. How can you grow? How can you develop and evolve in a positive direction in that regard? Nutrition, eating well, eating for your body, eating. I'm laughing because I'm not even laughing, like I'm just like I'm about to laugh because, well, it's very hard. Guys, eating well is very hard in this busy, busy, busy world that we're living in. Most of us have so much to do and we are not intentional when it comes to our nutrition. So I want you guys to write it down, okay? Step one, eat well. Eat well, nutritious meals, not just something that you get because I mean, you can have some fun with food here and there, but if you put in a lot of intention in nutrition, it's going to be good for your body, good for your health. Working out, exercising, that's good. This is now we're talking about the physical self. Exercise is good for you. Exercise, whatever type of exercise, but moving your body, increasing your heart rate is good. It releases endorphins, happy hormones, okay, happy chemicals, and it also is good for your physical body, for your organs, it's good for your cardiovascular system, your heart, and everything. Your body will love you if you move more. It will absolutely appreciate it if you move more. And some of the things that you can do just for your psychological and spiritual well-being. Take time in the outdoors. I know definitely I don't do that a lot. I don't because we have these 9 to 5 schedules that keep us, in the office, and then straight from the office, 6 p.m. we're in the house already busy trying to prepare for the next day. And I think one of the things that I really want to do this year is go out more. I want to travel more. I want to go to the beach. I want to just be in nature. There is something about being in the outdoors and in nature that is just so right for us. It just feels so good for our souls. I definitely cannot explain it, but I know, and I think you do know, that the more we are in touch and just we let go of the regular life and the 9 to 5 of life, and we go out there and we play in the sun, we feel the breeze, you know, it is absolutely good for our soul. So I hope you're jotting that down. Be out there in nature. Take time to do things that make you happy, things that bring you pleasure. And some of the things that bring you pleasure, I would suggest that things that don't cost a lot of money. If you've got a lot of racks to blow, go ahead, do that. But you don't have to have a lot of money. It doesn't always have to be about things that cost a lot. Like I said, I absolutely love candles. It might not make sense to you. Whatever that makes sense to you, that brings that feeling, pleasure. Pleasure, simply put, pleasure. Nothing deeper than that. What actually gives you that sense of pleasure? Do more of those things. Okay? It could be listening to music, it could be dancing, it could be having a conversation with a friend. That's definitely me. I'm mentioning the things that give me pleasure. It could be that glass of wine after a long day, taking care of my world and structuring my world. Okay, that's not necessarily pleasure, but I'll get to that. But you get the point. Do more things, do more of the things that actually bring you pleasure. Those little bits, raindrops of pleasure, I've found that they create this, ripples of joy and happiness inside of you. You don't have to wait for big moments, you don't have to wait for abundance and big things to happen or a set thing to happen in your life. But with every little bit of drop of joy here and there, hakopana man, and it's good for your soul. Okay? And spiritual, get into people meditate, some people pray, whatever that brings you, to your center, whatever that centers you. It could be reading a book that is inspiring. It could be reading, scripture from maybe Bible verses. It could be some poetry, but things that bring your mind, body, and soul together and align and just center you. Sometimes you have to lock yourself away from the rest of the world, even social media, and just have a moment with self and actually reflect, meditate, pray, and connect with the higher forces, the higher being, God. And you find that you feel so good, you feel so empowered. When I pray, I usually, I would say it's like me plugging in into a higher power. Like a phone, when it's flat and you want to charge it, you have to connect it to a source of power. Right there on your wall, there'll be a socket. You connect it, right, with your charger, your plugs, everything, and the power just surges into the phone and it's filled and it can function. That's what prayer does for me. That's what, centering myself spiritually does for me. I feel like I'm locked into a higher power, and it just gives me that, yeah, go. And where I'm weak, I'm strengthened, I'm empowered. So another thing, yeah, like I was saying, organizing my life. I have found whenever I take time to just organize my life and take time to just structure things. Sometimes it's like take care of your house, clean up a little bit. That cupboard that you haven't been attending to, it's piling up, it's a mess. Do that. It gives me so much pleasure when I see things are in order, because we live in such a chaotic world and sometimes things are so overwhelming, and just making time to set things in order, you know, decluttering. I do that regularly. I love shifting around even in my house, some feng shui, read up on it, change around the room setting, the bedroom. It just gives me a different perspective of things that I see on a normal day, and that in the spacing is just it just makes me feel so good, and I don't feel as overwhelmed, and it brings forth a sense of newness every time I clean, my house is clean, or I've restructured, I've shifted things around. I feel new, and it's all empowering, and it just increases my sense of happiness. So guys, go out there and sit down and reflect on what brings you happiness. Try some things. There's a lot of stuff on the net, some ideas on how you can actually increase self-love, or some actions, activities, tasks. Go out there with a friend. When last did you actually go on a date with your friend? If it's your partner, your friend, whoever that you love, your children, don't do the regular things. Do something new. Do something out of the routine. Try it. Just try it and see how it actually works for you. And I can't wait to hear in the comments how that worked for you. So this part of the video, guys, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. There's some questions that I'm going to answer, and they are designed to trigger some self-reflection. Okay, and I hope that as you watch this video, you're also going to be asking yourself these questions and have some time to self-reflect, which is very, very important as part of self-care and self-love. So question number one, I'm going to be looking to my left and answering the question. So question number one, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? Honestly, I'm not scared of failure. I just want to be honest. I'm not that type of person that's scared of failure. Um, Also, I'm answering these questions from the top of my heart and head, but I don't think I'm scared of failure. Failure, the thought of failure is not the thing that prevents me from achieving a lot of stuff in my life. It's not the fear of failure. It may be things like procrastination, maybe things like I don't think big enough, or I haven't really started on things. But it's definitely not fail. I'm not scared to fail. If you know me and you know a little bit about my life, I've reached rock bottom with certain things, and things that people will consider big failures in life. So I am not scared to fail. I've gone through it, and I've seen that there is life and lessons after failure, and it's definitely something um, that doesn't scare me, or that doesn't inhibit me from doing things. I'm actually more of like, um, I'm very daring. I'm very daring. I go there and I go out there. Things that people would probably not do, I would do them. I just test, like, what's the worst that could happen? There's probably a lot that could happen, bad things that could happen. But maybe I'm naive. I'm sometimes short sighted when it comes to that. But I'm the kind of person that just goes through. Ke tla bona go pele. And how padile, let's start from scratch. Okay. So that's just the first question. The second question says, who thinks you're beautiful when you wake up in the morning? I would say my children. Sure. Yeah. At this point, I'd say my second born, because she's, would I even say them? But I'd say my children. My children absolutely love me. There is a sense of, you know, unconditional love that kids give you. They just see the best person in the world. My daughters just adore me, and they think I'm the most amazing person in the world, and also beautiful. I also think I'm beautiful. And guys, I'm not even trying to flex. I definitely have a good sense of self. I do think there are things that I do struggle with, but when it comes to things like beauty, do I think I'm beautiful? I think I'm beautiful, absolutely. But who else? I would say my kids. Question number three. How are you really? Hmm. Let me sip on some wine. How am I really? Mm, I'm okay with a dash of anxiety, with a dash of hope, with a dash of I just want to get to the good times. That's where I am in my life. I am surviving. I'm in survival mode. I'm not at the best place in my life. I at times feel that I'm stuck, that there's so much to achieve. Also, lately I've been feeling like I don't know what I'm doing with life. Like I don't know what did I want to do with life? What do I want to do with my life? What were my ambitions and my aspirations? I am asking myself those questions. But I am full of love. I am loved and I'm appreciated. I feel like I'm not this like there's so many things as well that I can be grateful for. I've got food, I've got a bed, a home, shelter. I don't take those things for granted. So as much as I have some anxieties and feelings of being stuck about the bigger things in life, I'm also very clear about the life that is right now here, that I am actually breathing. And that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going. So, how am I doing? I would say I'm fine, but I'm okay with a bit of anxiety, and also, I'm also like, it's gonna get better. So, I'm not really in a dark space. I wouldn't say I'm in a dark space, but I'm really in a place where I just want to get out. I want to get to the good parts of my life. Where are you and how do you feel? How are you? How are you really? I wonder. Please do share in the comments. Question number 4: how would you behave if you were the best in the world at what you do? I would share a lot of that. I would want to share it. I would want to give it all out. If I was the best in the world at what I do, I would want to really share it. I would want to also use that to enhance my life and to enhance the lives of other people. If I was the best at what I do, yeah, I absolutely love. I feel like once you've reached the pinnacle, the top of your game in life, you need to share it. You need to like give a bit of that to somebody else. That is a constant theme in my life. You acquire to also give. You grow so that you can plant and just like a tree. It starts as a seed, branches, a whole tree. It bears fruits. Inside the fruits, seeds. You sow again. The tree is still standing as big as it can get, or it grows bigger and bigger. But the seeds that come from its fruit, you gotta sow. You gotta give back. You gotta share a bit of what you have or a lot of what you have. So that's what I would do if I was at the top of or the best in the world at what I do. Are you finding your dream job or are you creating it? I think I'm creating it. This one it's really something inside of me. I'm really I think I'm finally at the point where sometime during this year or the end of this year I'm gonna jump ship and get into the business or what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And it is exciting. It's scary, but it's also exciting. And so I'm creating it. And part of this platform, part of me creating this content on this platform on YouTube, engaging you, is taking me somewhere. It's the stepping stone or where I'm going with my life. Um, I'm not sure if I want to discuss it right now, but it's something that I will definitely share later. But I'm absolutely creating it. Am I finding my dream job? I'm not finding it. I'm not finding it. It's something that people can say, I want to be, I don't know, aerospace engineer, whatever. I want to be a singer, the most prolific writer in the world. I want to. some of the things that I want to do, I actually heard somebody say it the other day. It's called, um, it's not even called, but the way he was describing it was he's in the business of sharing ideas. And I'm still trying to create a structure and packaging it. How am I, if this is going to be my job and my life's um, vocation, what I do with my time in this world, what is it gonna look like? So I'm in that process. Some of it is gonna be me, um, getting some skills, going to some schools, getting some courses in, and actually packaging it and giving me some structure. So I'm definitely creating the job of my dreams. I'm enjoying these questions, by the way. If there was a solution, sure. If there was a solution to anxiety, what would it look like? On the real, some of it is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. A lot of my anxiety is caused by, um, yo, you, in this life, you really need to be able to afford your wants. Firstly, you need to afford your needs. Ne? And I've had moments in life where even my needs, not being able to afford my needs, is decking. And if you guys know anything about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, for you to be having a full life, fulfilled life, you need to be able to, you must tick, those levels, those steps. And there are people in this world, and I know I've been there, and because of lack of finances or adequate finances in my life, basic needs have been compromised. And for a human being, when you cannot meet basic needs, it's so frustrating. You can be like me. I feel like really I'm actually good, in my heart, in my mind, my spirit. I'm actually, like, I've done a lot of work throughout my life, but man, you guys, ube positive, ube wrong, and then you are struggling with the basics. How do you then? He was always trying to overcome. Life is just it feels like you're just always jumping over hurdles, and it's not smooth. So it doesn't feel like fulfillment. And what then happens is that anxiety then comes because you are just not making it. You're just not making it, and you are always just in a state of survival. It's anxiety inducing at best. And what would really reduce my anxiety? It's more prayer. Absolutely, I could do more praying and spiritual work, but it's money. Like, really, give me 100K today. Everything I'm worried about is gonna be done. Everything, because outside of those things, I really am good. Like, I'm on the right track. Yeah. Okay. I know you guys. You feel me on this. What's your rent value that would actually take away your anxiety right now? I know mine. I'd say at a minimum 100K. Minimum 100K. Don't ask me for what. And then, when was the last time you did something for the first time? Hmm. Hmm. Probably last year this time. Last year on my birthday. Let me think about it. Um, I did something for the first time. But it's so difficult, ne? And apparently, it's good to have many firsts, to try have some adventure in your life. And the world is full of things that we haven't explored, and some of the things are just even they're free, but we don't do them. Um, I would say delving into content creation, into YouTube was one of the things, and actually getting into it. I'm learning so much. So there's so much to learn with YouTube, how to, edit, how to make your videos, not necessarily go viral, but be seen. And I've been learning so much. So I'm learning a lot about that, and I've been actually implementing some of the things that I'm learning. And I would put that, but also I had sushi for the first time, like proper. I might have nibbled on sushi before, like a long time ago, and decided that is not for me. But I had sushi last year, and and I enjoyed it, and it became a thing for me. And I'm actually quite like, why am I not doing new things? Then the follow-up question would be, what are some things that I would like to do? Phew, I would like to answer that at the end of this video. Okay. The next question, what would Beyonce do? If that's not a question for me, then I don't know, guys. That is the most perfect question. What would Beyonce do? Beyonce would be spectacular. Beyonce would be passionate. Beyonce would be hardworking. Beyonce would have a, I don't know what to call it, a zero, a fumbling, what do you call it? It's Khwasile, no. But Beyonce would really be badass, passionate, would be hardworking, would be intentional about her passion. Beyonce would be giving, Beyonce would be beautiful, she would be, ah man. So I guess what would Beyonce do? Then I must think about that. More passion, more hard work, more intention, focusing on her craft, being very meticulous with her craft. Ooh, yeah, that hit me. Being meticulous with your craft. Beyonce is one of the most spectacular performers, but outside of the performance, you learn if you know. I'm a big stan. She does a lot of the production. She's very involved in her production. When you see the finished product, just know that a lot of the ideas, a lot of the fine tuning, she added a lot of that. Even with the outfits, the performance, the dance, everything, her production, she puts in a lot of thought and intention into it so that it becomes this story or this presentation that is supposed to, um, you know, be consumed by her fans. And yeah, thinking about that, then that's what I need to really focus on. Being intentional about my craft. That is really the first question is, what do I want to do? And when I get to that, and one thing definitely that um I have established is you need to just start. Okay, start as raw as you are with the minimum that you have. Just start. It will give you courage, and it will give you some skill, because as you start, you're also going through some development journey or phase in your life. So start. It will take you somewhere in your life. And but what I'm getting from what Beyonce would do, very passionate. You have to be passionate about what you do. You have to hone your craft. You have to be meticulous. You have to be hardworking. You have to be manage it properly. You have to be forward thinking, dynamic, etc., etc. She's everything. Badass. Okay, the next question. It says, why are you worth knowing? Because I am interesting. I am loving. I am a bundle of joy. I am positive, so I'm gonna give you that will definitely rub off over you. I am helpful. I am giving. I am I'm smart. I'm creative. I am, yeah, and I'm me. I'm myself most of the time. And like what's her name said the other day, there's a quote, it's a popular thing now, it's become popular. um whenever I love giving out myself to people or sharing myself with people, even like this, my real self with people, because I feel like it's like a service to the world. Like, give yourself so that people can feel um expose yourself, be out there so people can feel like they are brave enough to also do the same. That's very important to me. So, me being myself, I always hope and wish that it'll make another person feel comfortable to be themselves. I'm optimistic, I'm very hopeful about life, I'm hardworking, I am passionate, I am absolutely passionate about things in my life that mean a lot. And I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter for everything, especially the people that are in my life. I'm absolutely a fighter. And so that's why I'm worth knowing. And I'm open minded. And with that comes lots of ideas, and you travel with me in this limitless world that is in my mind and thought provoking. And yeah, and deeply spiritual. So that's why I would be worth knowing. All right. Okay, second last question. What or who lights you up? Um, I would say people light me up. Generally, people and conversations and deep conversations about life lights me up. I really enjoy that. I music lights me up. Art lights me up, creativity, beauty, beautiful things, beautiful spaces light me up. Food, food, beautiful food lights me up. Food that is so beautifully crafted lights me up. And traveling lights me up. And the loves of my life, from friends, lovers, um, children, parents, everybody, lovers of my life absolutely light me up. And being in intentional spaces and spaces where I can be myself, I feel alive and lit up. And people light me up. You know, when I can connect with people, I find it very easy to connect even with strangers on things that we relate on. That is, you know, spaces and things that light me up. Yeah, and music, like, yo, this exercise actually feels so good, right? How would you, this is the last question, by the way, how would you treat people who can do nothing for you? Hmm, how would you treat people? I would treat them well, depending on what they need and what we are engaging each other on. But um, it's something that I've had to develop along. It doesn't come naturally, you know. It's not like we're Mother Teresa often. But I have become very intentional about giving because it doesn't come naturally, you know. It doesn't come naturally. But giving of myself to even when I don't expect anything. So every year I have certain tasks like I'm gonna give here and I'm gonna give here, I'm gonna give here. Whether it's giving some skills, giving some material things, but you gotta give and it feels good and you walk that journey with people um, and you see people being better because of your efforts. That in itself feels so good. And it's something that, like I've said, I've had to be intentional about it. It doesn't just, we as people, we are definitely self serving, right? And a lot of the times, even when you do give, you you kind of set it up in such a way that there's something a return for you. And I have had to learn and be very intentional about it. There are certain projects that I'm going to do that develop that thing inside of me, that muscle, because it's important. Like the world needs that. The world needs us to be less self-serving and actually give without having to think about what am I going to get in return or what's the benefit in this setup. So yeah, every year I always, you know, pick someone that I'm going to develop, that I'm going to mentor, I do that. I want to do a lot more of charity work. That is really something that I actually thought when I was young. I thought I was going to be working, doing some charity work in some countries on the continent where aid is needed. I thought that was going to be me, right? But things happen in life, and we're here now. But those are the things that fulfill me. And working with people that are less fortunate, people that have lost direction, people that need encouragement, people that need assistance in affirming themselves. Those are the kind of things that I want to do with my life. And you don't get anything back, but you absolutely get fulfillment from doing that. Wow. This actually felt good. Please, guys, go try these questions. I've answered the questions, and yeah. When last did you do something? I'm still stuck on when last did you do something. I feel like what? Yeah, I need to do a lot of that. I'm gonna come back with a video next week. Say these are the things that I'm gonna try, new things that I'm gonna try. I feel like life is so much. It's so full of adventure. There's untapped adventures waiting to happen, and that's why sometimes we're distracted with like, even when you're going through like toxic things here, they're just so, they trap you into forgetting that life is bigger. Life, if you live it, it's so full and so rich, and so many things. Like, I would love to go and explore food. What I'm doing for my birthday, I'm going to different restaurants, and I'm going to be exploring different types of foods, because that gives me joy, as I said. And I want to have a day just full of doing things that I love, things that give me absolute pleasure, and exploring new places. So do share some ideas in the comment section. What do you think I should be trying? I've always wanted to learn how to, I attempted DJing. I can say I have some bit of DJing ideas still. I don't want to even say, but I feel like that's something that I'll need to get into. DJing, playing music. I would like to also start doing some events that are curated, especially for the heart, the mind, and the soul. And yeah. So give me some ideas, guys. What are you going to try out for the first time? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I hope this conversation was fruitful. I hope you enjoyed it, and that we all just do something towards enhancing or growing that sense of appreciation for ourselves. Take time for yourself, care for yourself. You're the most important person in the world before anybody else, because how are you going to be anything to anyone when you don't even have any sense of value for yourself, or it's depleted? It's depleted. So I'm closing off this video and saying thank you for watching, and for those that are new, I hope you did enjoy. I hope you're gonna stay. This is, guys, if you are not into this type of content, I think it's time to shift to the next YouTuber, because this is what I'm gonna be giving you. I'm gonna be having more conversations with other people, sit downs. I want to have a roundtable discussions with multiple people on issues that are quite important to us as people. I want to have more sessions like this where we actually practice self-love. We're gonna do it the whole year, okay? We're gonna be very intentional about that and assess, end of the year, what have we done? You've been working out, you've been meditating consistently. Are you better for it? Are you a better person for doing those tasks and being diligent with those tasks, right? Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Yo, how many times have I said it? But anyway, have a good month of love, and hopefully I'm going to be giving you content once a week. That's my target. That's my target. Hold me up to it, okay? When you do see me, hold me up to it. Bye, guys.